am I doing this? Why? Okay. It's time to continue the ghost pepper saga. I made 2 videos so far in which I've sampled it. So, took one bite of one the first time I tried it. The second one, my son and I split a small one. We've survived both ordeals. I've been told that that is not good enough and that I look like a wimp. So I found the reddest one I could, the ripest one I could. It's not the largest one, there's one that's bigger, but it's orange, so I think it's going to be less painful. This is the biggest one I could find. I'm going to eat it whole. Got a full glass of milk, got ice water. I may have to run in and get ice cream. I may have the worst day of my life, or it might be just fine. It might just burn for a few minutes and then it'll all be over, and then I can move on to the next rung of the ladder of punishing myself for no good reason other than to entertain the few people who watch my videos. I am going to cut it open, delay a little bit longer. Let's just see what we've got going on in this thing. Oh. Ooh, it's juicy. Oh. This pepper was frozen. Yes? Yeah. This pepper was frozen. So it looks a little weird and there's stuff. Maybe that's cheating a little bit. Hopefully that's just water and that's not the capsaicin oil leaking out. But there it is. Wow, this thing is just drooling and leaking all over the place. It doesn't look that pithy, so I'm less scared than I was before I cut into it. You know, because when you look at one of these, this is a Bhut Jolokia, over 1 million Scoville heat units at the very hottest. Now, I'm going to guess, based on my experiences with the other 2 that I sampled, that it's probably closer to 700. But, alright, without further ado, let's just get into it and do it. Not a whole lot of taste to this one. Oh, it's kind of bland. It's kind of bell peppery. Here comes the heat. It's climbing. There's the hiccups. We all knew that was going to happen. I can't even eat a habanero without this happening. The only difference is the hiccups are a little more intense this time. Like, the habanero hiccups, they do allow me to speak. Bhut Jolokia hiccups don't. They come more frequently. They're like those kind where you're almost gagging. It's that type of hiccup. Oh, there comes that burn. Now, my analysis of the burn that was occurring the last 2 times I sampled this pepper. It is not a stinging burn. It's not a fiery burn. It's a slow building, rumbling, reverberating burn. It slowly spreads through your entire mouth, and then it goes back to your throat. Then it goes to the top of your tongue, then it goes to the bottom of your tongue. And it just stays there. And that's what's happening right now. But again, there comes the snot. There's a little tear coming out of my eye. It is hot, but it is not unpleasant. I just don't find that displeasurable. I don't find it agonizing. I don't find it panic-inducing. It's like You know when you eat a Bhut Jolokia, you're going to go on a ride, but you can trust the driver not to steer you into dangerous territory. It's like... it's steady, too. You know, with other hot things I've tried, it'll just be like a sudden spike in pain. It's like when the pepper or the sauce like reaches a different part of your mouth, and it like creates a new variety of pain. That's not what's happening here. It's just very steady. I can't see what I'm experiencing right now going in any like radically more painful or intense direction. Now, what I will say is it's not one of those things where it peaks quickly and then dies down. I'm still burning just as intensely as I was 3 minutes ago, or whenever it was I downed the pepper. Or I'm at a 4 for pain. That's a good burn. It wasn't a particularly good tasting pepper. It really just tasted like a really hot bell pepper. I like the taste of habanero better than that. Thank you, milk. Helping. A little water too. God, I mean, there's no way that that's the worst a Bhut Jolokia can get. There's no way in hell. Honestly, that's not that much worse than like, you know, a habanero on the hotter end. And the hotter end of a yellow habanero is only 350 SHUs. I haven't had a red habanero in a while. I'm gonna have to get one of those. Oh God, excuse me, that's disgusting. My cousin Jonathan. He ate a habanero that was somewhere between an orange and a red. It was like getting towards the redness, but it wasn't quite there. And he said it was hotter than Bhut Jolokia. So maybe I gotta get my hands on one of those. Maybe that really is actually the next scale up, next rung up on the ladder of pain. Well, I survived that one. Wouldn't recommend it to people who don't like hot peppers, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. I was once considered the hottest pepper in the world, and I can't say that the heat level on that reached higher than a 7 at any point. Probably didn't reach much higher than a 6. But just wish it had tasted a little bit better. But yeah, I did it. There you go. I get a whole Bhut Jolokia. I don't have to do that again anytime soon. I could just go back to trying hot sauces that taste good. There you are.